Here we are in Grasmere, the Lake District, at last. And I say at last because we were supposed to be here in August, but due to the weather we had to postpone it until now, which is the middle of September. So we arrived here about 5 minutes ago and we're heading off now to Eastdale Tarn. We've got about 2 hours left of sunlight and the walk should take us about 1 more hour. So we'll see you there. So we are now on the way to Eastdale Tarn. And Eastdale Tarn is right up there. So very briefly, the supplies we've got with us should last about 4 to 5 days hiking. So quite high calorie food. Weather's supposed to be good until Tuesday next week. It's now Wednesday today, so things are looking pretty good, and we've got a lovely, still and very quiet afternoon right now. Hardly any wind. I think the maximum it should get up to is about 8 miles an hour, which is nothing. The tent I'll be using is the Cairngorm 200. That is just a single pole tunnel tent, so that should be more than adequate for the week of camping that we're going to be doing. Okay, so it's now the start of the first morning. The time is 6:40, we got up at about 6:15, 6:30 today. It's quite a cold night, about 5 degrees. But just woken up to a lovely still morning there. Sunrise will rise just over them hills over there. There's Sam in his tent as well. And me in my Cairngorm 200. So I'll do a proper review on this later. Starting to get a bit lighter now in the sky. And what I'm doing is just separating the inner from the outer fly sheet. Just getting a little microfiber towel and wiping off the worst of the condensation. So when I pack this down, I'll pack this with the outer separate from the inner, just so I don't end up with a completely soggy, wet and cold inner sheet. So now we've just been walking for about 10 minutes and Eastdale Tarn is now in sight. Right over there. You've got a lovely little waterfall flowing all the way down to Grasmere. So we'll go to Eastdale Tarn now and then possibly over to Stickle Tarn, and then after that we'll decide. So we're just now cooking breakfast. I'm sort of halfway between Eastdale Tarn and Stickle Tarn. You can see down there the views are absolutely amazing with all the streams glistening in the morning sun. It's Eastdale Tarn down there. We've walked through the valley. We're going up that little pathway there, over them hills, and on top of them hills we should be able to see Stickle Tarn and Pavey Ark as well. Almost up to the first peak right now, and just stopped for a moment. is absolute silence. So over in that little tarn down there, you've got another camper. Still got his tent up. Eastdale tarn down there. And the sky is completely clear, not a cloud in sight.
The mountain we were just on.
Yeah, we were just over on that peak there, which is where we got the drone shots. So here we are now between Eastdale Tarn and Stickle Tarn, with Stickle Tarn being right over there. Behind that we can see Paviark, which is the hill on the right, and to the left of that is Harrison Stickle. So ideally on our first night we would have camped down there, but because we got here a little bit late, what we're going to do instead is climb a few of them peaks, that one, Paviark and Harrison Stickle, and hopefully that will take the best part of a day. There's already probably about a dozen hikers on top of all the peaks right now, and there's also 2 small green tents as well down near Stickle Tarn, which is a very popular spot for wild camping here in the Lake District. So we're just walking now away from High Raise. We're going to be walking round here and then go to Paviark and then Harrison Stickle. And from there we'll just see what time it is and how far we want to go. So yeah, still really lovely day. I'm in shorts and t-shirt. If you do stop for a while it does get a little bit cold, which is why I have got my fleece easily accessible. So we are now on Thuncar Knot, and we're about to go over now to Harrison Stickle, which is over there. There we go, Thuncar Knot. Oh. There we go, good as new. We are now on Harrison Stickle. There's probably about 2 dozen people on the top, so it's quite busy. And over there, that big bump is the Pike of Stickle that will be going up next. It's now 1:45. Gives us enough time to go over there and then find somewhere to set up camp tonight. Over there you can see Ullswater in the distance as well. And still clear blue skies. So we're now walking away from the Pike of Stickle, which is behind me there. Quite an incredible drop off there. And on the far side the drop off is even steeper, but quite busy today, so we thought we'd give it a pass. And there's also a big train of people because it is a lovely day and there's quite a lot of day hikers out, so we thought we'd skip the Pike of Stickle and try and get ahead of the people train. So we're just moving on now. Would be nice to reach the Black Crags hills, which are over there, but I think that's more of a tomorrow mission. So instead we're just seeing how much progress we can make. Find a little water source, potentially go swimming, top up the water bottles, and set up camp. The Pike of Stickle is now over there, and we're just taking a little breather now by one of the little ponds. So we've got about 3 hours of walking, so we're going to try and make it up there, which is Crags Moor, see how we are there, and then potentially find a campsite between Crags Moor and Black Crags, which is the first bump right there. And tomorrow hopefully we should be doing Rosset Pike and then going to the Wasdale Head Inn, which is a little pub in the middle of nowhere with a little outdoor shop as well, which we might get Sam some hiking sticks because he hasn't got any. Funny thing is, I never used to use hiking sticks before, but especially when you're doing terrain which is going up and down and up and down, they really do come in handy. Mainly for uphill, I find, because you got your arms as well as your legs, so it's like having 4 legs. Really good. You can cover a lot more distance and walk a lot quicker. So yeah, a little bit windy, so we'll probably pitch up somewhere sheltered, and hopefully we'll have a nice night. So we found a little camp spot. We are currently on the side of Black Crags, and Langdale Fell is down there, and tomorrow hopefully we should be going to the Wasdale Head Inn. Just got all the stuff all out to dry in the sun because it is nice and warm right now, and probably do a little review on the tent. So if you want to see the review of the Van Gogh Cairngorm 200 tent, just click on the link right here. We've just set up the tents over there and we're now on our way to try and find some water, and tomorrow hopefully we should be conquering Bow Fell, which is that mighty mountain over there. You might not be able to see it in the sun. So yeah, we've had a little walk around, found a water source. It doesn't look too appealing, but it's flowing water. We're quite high up anyway. I have checked all the way up to there. There's nothing dead or anything. It's flowing all the way down. So it's got some good filtration. And we're just using the soya filter, which I bought off Amazon. Seems to be working okay. It is quite slow. It'll probably take me 5 minutes to fill that bottle up. The little plastic bladder itself doesn't hold much water, so you do have to constantly fill it up. The only thing I will say, apart from the capacity of the water bladder, first of all, it is slow, and second of all, you do really need running water, because you can't fill it up in a pool like that because it is a bladder and it won't expand. So you really do have to find a flowing bit of water like that. But other than that, we've tasted the water. It all comes out clear. Tastes like nothing really. And just to be on the safe side, we are going to put a few water filtration tablets in it as well. But yeah, that's the soya mini filter. Tents are just over there on that small little bump. sun's gone behind the hills over there. And yeah, just getting water.